don't ever go to a strip club right when they open. One of the worst decisions we've ever made. You think you get to a strip club right when they open and you're the first people there? No! There was a big fat guy in the corner who never left. I don't know why you seem like such a Kelly Clarkson guy.
I am a Kelly Clarkson guy. If you don't like Kelly Clarkson, honestly, f*** you. And that's to everybody in the chat. If you don't like Kelly Clarkson, f*** you. I'm not calling you a slur by saying you love Sam Laporta. It's okay. You love Sam Laporta. Say you love Sam Laporta. Say it.
I like Sam Laporta tonight.
No, say you love him.
I like Sam Laporta.
No, say you love him, dude.
I don't love Sam Laporta.
But 18 and 19 is good enough for the Florida Gators. As long as you're a young, cool guy who gets top 10 recruiting classes every year and you lose games to Georgia Southern and South Florida. I hate this guy.
You think I have a model?
You don't have a model. You've never talked.
You are being serious. You think I have a model?
You thought about having a model?
No. Oh, man. Good morning. God, that model conversation just never gets old. I think that we're going to have to catch people up on maybe the backstory at that at some point. Maybe like after our first week.
That song on the intro goes so hard. I just want Lil Nas X to make a remix or something. It just goes so hard, man. Something about horses in the saddle. I don't know. We need something like that.
Wait. Oh, you're talking about the actual intro video.
Bro, that song goes hard.
Yeah. I wonder where, well, they must have found it from the same place, but like, so when I found the main intro song that people are kind of bitching about, although I saw more positive comments on it this morning, which is great.
Yeah.
But that was under like funk. So what do you think that category, like, where do you find that song? Not country,
I
right?
would call it urban country.
Okay. Yeah. It's a very fun song. Because I saw somebody in the chat yesterday say, damn, this song goes hard too. And I was like, that's a good comment because it is true. It's one thing to have the intro be a banger, but the intro video has a banger to it. A little nice jingle. What's up, Chef Timbo Slice? How you doing? Shabuzi Radio. Yep.
Exactly.
Faux cop. That's good. What's up? Good morning, everybody. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in to the Book It Sports Twitch and YouTube channel. We are on our Twitter accounts as well. And I want to mention something. Steak, I don't know who it was that told me this. Actually, yes, I do. I think it was Marty Guan. I don't know if he DM'd you, but he said he was going to tell you. We can't see the Twitter comments in here. I don't know how to change that. All right. There's only so much I'm capable of or we're capable of, or maybe that's by design. But regardless, you can come on over to Twitch or you can go over to YouTube. You have two options. So I don't want to hear any bitching. Marty, respectfully, thank you. I like Marty. But if you want to comment, you want to hang out, you come in the Twitch. A couple hundred people in here. There's like 100 people on YouTube. And it's good meeting of the minds. However, if you are on YouTube, for example, here's a YouTube comment, here's a Twitch comment, you can't see each other. No, but we'll do our best to highlight the ones that are worth highlighting. Good morning, everybody. Steak, fun day yesterday. Debut of the board review on Book It. Awesome turnout, good vibes. We came away with some reads on the board. Some good, some not so good. But there was an afternoon game that I was texting you about because I don't know where I had to take my car to the body shop yesterday. I was asking you about, how does this sound? Because you know cars more than I do. But I'm walking back from it. I'm listening to VSiN and I'm listening to these guys talk about the Pelicans game. And I totally forgot. I didn't even get the wager in. If anybody in here remembers, the Pelicans played yesterday at like 3:00. They played the Hornets.
Yeah.
They were 6.5 or 7 point dogs. You had the Pelicans. I'm listening to these guys. I forgot all about the game. And the guy is saying, I'm taking the Hornets live plus 140. They're down 15 right now. They shot 7 for 30 from 3. And I was like, holy shit. And I feel like I was almost going to jinx you, but I don't think I did. I didn't jinx you, right? Like just asking to see.
Yeah, well, I think we decided in 2026 we don't care about jinxes anymore. So we got to stick to that.
Okay, as long as you're good with it. I think I really said that about 2025. I said this is the year of no jinx, but we'll double down on it
into 2026.
Yeah. All right. But I was like, dude, you got the Pelicans, right? Like they're up 15. And it was all downhill from there. But I was listening to him while I was texting you, and the host took it and he was like, oh, the Hornets almost made it a 4-point game. Now it's back to 10. Oh, they could have made it a 2-point game. It's back to 8. And the whole time I'm thinking, I know you probably have the money line in the spread, but I'm like, I know better, but I'm thinking to myself, the Pelicans are the spread is Gucci. That's what I said. The spread is good in my head. So I'm sorry for what happened to you. But what were your thoughts on that game? Were you watching or were you just following?
I watched the second half, unfortunately. Maybe the problem was me watching, but I want the New Orleans Pelicans investigated. I don't know who I have to call to make it happen. Maybe there's someone at Book It that has a little more pull than me. I know Trent had the Hornets. I want the New Orleans Pelicans investigated by the FBI. That was absolutely insane. You should watch some of the second half of that game. It was crazy. It was absolutely insane.
Well, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. And we have to remember, like, we're half joking, but also we're half not. Like,
not joking. I'm not joking.
All right, it's fine.
I want them investigated, man.
I can't call you. I mean, there's no such thing as any sort of theory that's too outlandish to be real and believable in this day and age. Don't even get me started. But we know players and teams have been caught gambling. They've been getting exposed thanks to legalized gambling and a lot more eyes on it and whatnot, but it's still going to happen. And it's happened in the past. It's happened for decades. It's happened for a long time. But I thought it was funny. We didn't talk about this yesterday, but maybe we kind of did. Rick Barnes talking about his team. Sometimes he thinks his team is gambling.
That's a crazy thing to say. I actually respect him saying it because it's funny. Throw a little humor in there, but that's a crazy thing to say in today's climate.
I know. I think that it's going to be tough. Like, we can always throw it out there. Meanwhile, we know we can't do anything about it, but it really does suck. It's just at the end of the day, man, NBA games, that fourth quarter, when it comes around, it just does not matter how big of a lead the team has. No lead is safe.
You said it. They were up 15 and the team down 15 was plus 140 to win the game.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
But to not even up 15 in the second, I think late in the third quarter, maybe there was like 2 minutes left in the third quarter, not even to cover. You essentially have them plus 22. That's what you have. You have them plus 22 and they can't even do it. So
thank you for the reminder. Good morning to you as
well. Drew Bender, what's up? Long timer. Good to see you. Let's play a fun game of what doesn't hit on this boost. Oh, that is a fun game. Darnold, 150 yards. May, 150 yards. Walker, 30. Ramondre, 30. I would say the square play, Steak, is Walker.
All four of them are hitting. I call me square, call me whatever you want. All four of those bets will absolutely hit. Cash that bet, Drew Bender. Congratulations. You can spend the money today if you want.
I like Ramondre. I'm not going to fade Ramondre. He's been a wagon for
those
the
Patriots.
Those
are all hitting, dude. Those are all hitting.
But if there was one not to hit, if you had to play the game, like this is Saw, you have to play the game. You're not.
There's no shot Kenneth Walker doesn't have 30 rush yards. He'd have to break his leg in the second quarter to not have 30 rush yards. So I'll pick Ramondre.
What did Saquon Barkley have in the Super Bowl last year?
I don't care.
Come on.
I don't care.
Come on. The Patriots have a really good rush defense, dude. You've seen Milton Williams play?
I've seen him play. Kenneth Walker, 30 rushing yards if he's healthy. 100%. 100%.
Okay, then pick one.
Kenneth Walker play lately?
Yeah, of course I have.
Possessed ever since Zach Charbonnet got hurt. Possessed.
What sells then?
Nothing. If I had to pick one, I'd pick Ramondre. Don't yell at me.
All right, well, I don't want to yell at you, but you got to play the fucking game.
One had around 50 last bowl.
Snowman, Super Bowl boost will hit. They're trying in lure in non-gamblers with easy wins. He had around 50 last game. Do you remember my POD last year for Saquon Barkley? It was like minus 400. No, it was minus 260. It got bet up to minus 400. Do you remember it?
No.
Saquon Barkley to not have a 50-yard rush.
Oh, yeah. I do remember that.
Jake is over here telling me that I'm not going to be able to, or he's questioning my ability to have 30 prop bets in this game, which is hilarious.
I didn't question your ability. I said, I'll believe it when I see it.
You've known me for so long, and you know in the Super Bowl, I come with a fucking spiral notebook.
It's true. You do. You are a slightly younger version of GRP, but with that being said, you have gotten a little bit soft.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough. But the Super Bowl is where I don't fuck around. Like, I will spray. And they're $25 bets. And I always tell people one of my favorite stories is the Rams-Patriots Super Bowl with Jared Goff. Do you remember that Super Bowl?
I mean, I remember it was horrible. It was like 13-3.
I had I probably in that game had like 50 prop bets. I had my Excel spreadsheet. Greg was nice enough to have a Super Bowl party. He made us espresso martinis garnished with a little espresso bean. That was like one of the first ones I ever had. Yeah, it was very nice. I bring my freaking Excel spreadsheet, or maybe I had like a screenshot of it. I just kept opening it in my email. I think I hit like 7 out of 50. But the funniest one was one of them that I hit was 25-1, and I hit no touchdown in the first half of that game.
Yeah, that's crazy. So you had to lean to the under, and you still went crazy with props.
I did. Yeah, I didn't think about correlating. And that was also the game. Do you remember Rob Gronkowski caught a ball and like fell at the 1 yard line?
Yes.
I
also,
had
didn't
him.
Brandon Cooks drop like a wide open touchdown in that game?
I think he did. Yeah, I think he did.
They want to know if you're bringing your notebook to the Super Bowl party.
Well, what I was going to do, I was not going to bring my notebook to a Super Bowl party. And I actually got a new notebook not that long ago. I got it green because money is green. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. I think they were just out of every other color. But I'm only like 6 pages into this new notebook. I was going to just do an Excel spreadsheet because I don't want to carry a notebook in there. A, you're going to get made fun of. B, it's probably going to get wet. C, I might lose it. And there's a lot of classified information in here. So I'll probably just screenshot an Excel spreadsheet. You are tweeting some Super Bowl prop bets. You're out. How many you got? 3?
I think I had 3, but I got 5. 2 more I could release on stream today if you want.
Why would you not?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, on that note, you did post an article on the Book It website, a very good article, mind you, very good. And not even just a good article, it's a very fun bet. And it's a really, we had this read on our show on Friday when we went through Super Bowl props. It's an excellent read. The first comment was hilarious. They said Bill Simmons is on this too. So congratulations, you're collaborating with Bill Simmons.
I love Bill Simmons. That's my dog.
I actually like listening to Bill Simmons. He's just like a mega nerd, but it's okay. I like listening to smart people.
He mentioned one of my tweets.
He did. He did. I just like listening to people talk about sports, all kinds of people. And I like listening to Bill Simmons. I love Bill Simmons and Ryan Russillo. I like listening to them talk about basketball mostly. And I'll never forget who's the guy that the Blazers drafted not that long ago, Scoot Henderson.
Yeah.
Dude, he raved about this guy. Is he even still playing?
I'm sure he's around. He's definitely not. He might be a G. It's a good question. I got to be honest. I was pretty high on Scoot Henderson myself.
Okay, fine. It's not that crazy to say you're high on Scoot Henderson.
Crazy take. Like a lot of people were excited about him. Captain Hook probably says he's hurt.
Okay, got you. He's still hurt. Okay, fair enough. But I'm excited. See, here's the thing, and Steak's kind of calling me a bitch, so I'm curious to hear if the chat. By the way, good morning, everybody. We're 15 minutes in, just to let you know if you're new to watching the Fake Sharps or the board review. We like to shoot the shit for the first half an hour. Okay, we don't want to get into the board, which we will do. We have a board to review today. We've got some college basketball. Think we have a little more NHL before they take the break. I got to rant on that a little bit later too. I forgot what ads were like. What's up, Cam? Good morning. We shoot the shit for a little bit and then we get going. So I want to get your thoughts on a few things, and let's talk about what's relevant in the sports world. There was something that just happened with the New York Giants.
Correct.
Right.
Matt Nagy, OC.
Okay. Like passing game coordinator, offensive assistant, or full on offensive coordinator?
So I was in the studio with you when it happened. I only saw that he was being hired as OC. I didn't see anything else. I think it's just OC.
Okay. I got a big problem with this. And I mean, who wouldn't have a big problem with this? It's not like I'm saying anything groundbreaking. We've talked about it ad nauseum here, but the NFL just regurgitating these head coaches or these assistant coaches or these coordinators in the same names that have failed places and still get hired is I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know what these people have on the league, if there's blackmail involved or not. But what other way could you actually explain that Matt Nagy is getting an offensive coordinator position? How could you explain that to somebody?
I don't know. I can't explain it, especially when John Harbaugh is the head coach. You have John Harbaugh already. You don't need another old recycled guy. Go get a young offensive coordinator, for the love of God. Like, I would have rather them hire any of these guys that just got hired as OCs. Sean Mannion, a great example. But you got to go Matt Nagy, man.
I don't get it.
Pair up with John Harbaugh. I hate that move so much. I feel like that's awful. I said yesterday I wouldn't want Raheem Morris around my football team. I'll pass on having Matt Nagy around my offense. Hard pass.
Well, I just don't understand if you're the New York Giants, what do we know what their options were? Like who
That's a
else?
really good question. I don't know, but it's a very good question.
Because there has to be somebody. I mean, there has to be somebody maybe even in college that's a little bit more exciting than Matt Nagy. And I'm really not kidding. I'm not kidding. There has to be something behind the scenes as to a reason why a guy like Matt Nagy gets a head coach or gets a coordinator job. There just has to be. I know he's won coach of the year with the Bears. Give me a fucking break. That means absolutely nothing. Somebody said he's a Super Bowl champion. What, because he was on the Chiefs staff? Is that why?
It's the only one I could think of.
Wait, are we talking prop skin later? Yes, Newmanium.
Right after this, I think.
But I want to mention this is deflating for the Giants, in my opinion, because everything that was going on with that team was up. Their trajectory was up. I mean, their core is fun. Scatabo, when he gets healthy, Jackson Dart is great if he can stay unconcussed. Malik Neighbors coming back, but their defense played their ass off towards the end of the year. Now you got a serious head coach. They've got like a fun core. And now this just throws a wrench in everything. So I am off any and all potential future investments on the New York Giants officially after this hire. I just want to make that clear.
I can't really think of anything that I would think is a worse pair than Matt Nagy and Jackson Dart. Maybe I'll be wrong. Been wrong plenty of times before, but man, that here feels like
I want to be clear though. Like, I like that move, but I'm not one to just label Mike McDaniel an offensive genius. I know a lot of people do that. I think he's one of the better offensive minded coaches, like towards the higher end of the power rankings, and a guy that you would want. But I'm not like cashing it like, oh, this is going to be an excellent move. It's going to work out. I still have a lot of questions from the Miami Dolphins offense and why it was so inept at times. So I'm like, I
like it a lot more than Matt Nagy to the Giants. I'll say.
Oh, come on. I mean, no, of course. Who you don't like? I would like fucking Justin Fields as an offensive coordinator more than I would like Matt Nagy. By the way, speaking of Fields, I don't know why I pulled him out of my ass. Did you see that he got asked to go to the Pro Bowl? Was that real news?
I have no idea, but at this point, it doesn't matter if it's real or fake news. The Pro Bowl is the biggest joke in sports at the moment, with the exception of maybe the NFL Hall of Fame, which is also a joke. You saw Kraft didn't get it inducted either.
No, I didn't see that.
Robert Kraft didn't get inducted either. So they're obviously making a statement about the Patriots. But one thing we know for sure, Brady would be on that bitch first ballot.
Probably will. Yeah, I don't blame him. Tighten up, Jackie Moon. I think things are looking real nice for the Tennessee Titans. I'm in on that. Giants still need a lot before being in the conversation. Sure. Switching future investments from Giants to Titans. I'm with you. Flag football bowl. Yeah. I mean, come on. The Stake's been saying the Pro Bowl is a joke, comparing it to Hall of Fame. The Pro Bowl's been a joke for 5+ years. Yes. I don't think anybody's watched that. But I do remember.
You know what day it's on?
Is it tonight?
I think it's tonight. Tuesday. The Pro Bowl's on a Tuesday. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. All right, let's recap a little bit. It's 10:22, and then we'll start slowly transitioning into the board. In between pipes said thoughts on Kraft not getting the Hall of Fame yet. I mean, it's just an extension of the Bill Belichick thing. They're really just the Pats. Yeah. Steak, we need you to tap in NBA props. We do need to do that. And I think we should start doing that, actually.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Steak and I started to do something kind of in the baseball season that we said we were going to do at NBA. And we were doing props last year in the NBA season. I was doing ladders, which were kind of fun. They were hitting more than they weren't, I think, but I stopped doing those. Your dog of the day has been tremendous. That started last year. But I think we're going to get back into NBA props. And something that we started doing was actually riding hot dudes. So guys that are playing well, instead of trying to, how we used to gamble was like, oh, this guy just scored, went off. He was 8 for 10 from 3, whatever. Let's fade him the next day. We don't really do that anymore because we are finding, we don't have data to back it up, but we feel like that shit's not working.
Yeah. We've been known to ride hot dudes, chat. In case you think he misspoke, he did not misspeak. We ride hot dudes. It's what we
ride hot dudes. Yep. So that'll be something that we do as we get into the NBA, but let's recap a little bit. So last night I did not take any other wagers in the NBA. There were some things we liked, but we did have our Sunday Steak special not come through. And of course, after I glazed you for going 9-1-1, you sold. But you didn't really sell that badly.
I sold. You don't have to sugarcoat it. I don't like sugarcoating losers.
I know you don't, and that's fine. I don't like sugarcoating, but I will pick and choose when I sugarcoat. The Houston Rockets -6.5 win by 4. I looked at that last minute. Talk about FBI and investigation. Not the sketchiest thing in the world, but there's 43 seconds left. The Rockets have the ball. They're up by 4. They turn it over. Then they get the ball back on a defensive rebound. They go to the line. They miss 2 free throws. Sengun. Then they get the ball back. They go to the free throw line. They miss 1 of 2. So a turnover and 3 missed free throws in the last 43 seconds, and they failed to cover the spread by 1 bucket. I'm just pointing out. Not bitching. That's what happens if you gamble. Sometimes you're going to be on the right side of it. You're going to be on the wrong side of it. Not bitching, but it was a little suspicious. Pacers fought, though. You text me. They went on an 18-4 run in the second half. That was kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. W Capitals, though. You were in your hockey bag yesterday, man.
Yeah. We'll recap that briefly in a little bit. Memphis comes through and wins 7.5. So my theory on it being contrarian to take the favorite to beat the shit out of the team they just faced, X.
Yeah, it was too gross. Grizzlies were too gross to try to back the Wolves there.
And then the Sixers. This one I did not like. Did you play the Clippers?
No.
Good. I don't remember where we ended this, but the Clippers cooled off. The Sixers are a hard team to get a read on because half their roster is always out. You never know what Embiid's doing, but they win 128-113. I don't know if there was anything noteworthy in that stake, but feel free to point it out if there was. If not, I'm going to recap a little hockey.
Nope.
King of the board play for us under in the Senators Penguins game. And don't think I'm going to move off of this without giving you some credit. That's one of the first things you mentioned. You mentioned taking that under. I still don't really know why.
Because the Penguins had like 20 goals in 2 games.
That's why. It was a pretty obvious over, and I told you that when I play totals, that's what I like to do. I like to fade the obvious over, fade the obvious under. 3-2, so that one comes through. It was always the Capitals. A lot of respect there for the Capitals. And again, that's kind of one of those things. The Capitals won 2 in a row. Now they have a really good Islanders team coming. They're -125, -130. It's like, Islanders, I think they were coming off a loss or something. Nope, Capitals might just keep winning. So 4-1 there. It was never the Panthers. Sabres win 5-3. Square over in Minnesota 4-3. Nashville comes back and beat the Blues, which is great for me because I have the Blues under points on the season. They were down 5-3. They scored 3 goals in the third period. Did you see what happened in Winnipeg, Dallas?
No.
Well, I remember I told you Winnipeg was the nastiest bet on the board.
Yes.
Up 2-0. Lose it in overtime 4-3.
Jeez.
Tough. Fun game in Chicago, 6-3. I was actually watching a little bit of that last night. Bedard, I think he scored the opening goal. 6-3 there. And how about the fucking Red Wings?
Yeah, that was a good call by you. That's the one I didn't like.
Red Wings against the Avs. The Avs were that -208 number, which is a little suspicious. We saw the Oilers were -208 recently. We saw another team was the Lightning were -208, 210 against the Bruins. Those really good teams, heavily juiced against other really good teams. Don't overthink it. Take the value with the dog, either with the puck line or the money line. Utah beat the piss out of Vancouver, and then the Leafs. The Leafs did it. They won 4-2. So that was a nice little get right spot for the Leafs, although the season's going to take a pause. But you know what? They need it. Let's recap the 2 games in college basketball, and then we'll start getting into the board today.
You want to talk about another team that needs to be investigated? North Carolina Tar Heels might need to be investigated. They were up 32 and didn't cover.
So, sorry I didn't get a chance to finish my coffee. By the way, before we talk about this, I got to tell you about my breakfast. Get ready for this. It's not that crazy, but I tried it for the first time. You're on TikTok.
I'm on TikTok.
I'm not the biggest TikToker, but I like to get into TikTok. I do a couple scrolls. I see about 5 things, and I'll usually always take away 1 or 2 like interesting videos. And maybe it's something that shows you how to cook something, or maybe a little informative, something you didn't know. Maybe there's this fucking chemical in this, so you should avoid it, but who knows if that's how real that is. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. But I got a couple like fitness people I follow. I'm not like super into fitness, you know what I mean? But I still like knowing like what's good for you, what's not good for you. I see this fucking this like mom. She's not even super fit, but I don't know how it came on my timeline. And she's talking about like the easiest breakfast in the world. Let me just tell you something. Protein is like the new fad. Have you seen this? They got protein being advertised on cereal. They have protein being advertised on potato chips. And now, Steak, I went to Dunkin' yesterday. My wife was just craving a glazed donut. So
Protein
I got her one.
cold foam?
Dude, they have protein. Is that what they are? Cold foams?
Yeah, that's what they have at Starbucks. You can get like a protein foam added on the top of your coffee.
All right. There's fucking protein everywhere. That's what like the new marketing tactic is. I can't believe people fall for this shit, by the way. Like 95% of that stuff is still really bad for you.
That's fine, but protein is not a fad.
What are you talking about?
Protein's not a fad. Everyone with a brain that's trying to be healthy knows you load up on protein.
Yeah, but you're not getting what I'm saying.
Okay.
They're making it a fad. As in, hey, protein is really in right now. You should buy this product because look at how much protein is in it. So what happens is not Honey Bunches of Oats. That's my favorite cereal. I won't slander them. Cheerios. You know Honey Nut Cheerios?
I do know Honey Nut Cheerios. Is there protein Honey Nut Cheerios now?
That's what I'm getting at, dude.
That's great.
So it's, it's loaded with sugar. It's got carbs. But let's say Honey Nut Cheerios serving size back in the day had 4 grams of protein. Guess what, Steak? Now it's got 8 grams of protein. So what they're going to tell you in the box is 8 grams of protein with every serving. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's in. Protein's in right now. It's the
okay. I immediately want to rescind what I said. What you're saying actually makes perfect sense.
Okay. So anyways, protein's in.
Yeah.
I'm on to it. I'm on to this shit. And you know what? I might make a rant about it a little bit later to make sure people are aware. Don't just buy shit because it says there's protein in it. But anyways, this is what the lady did on TikTok. 2 scoops of Greek yogurt. Okay. Mm-hmm. A scoop of protein powder. And then your choice of fruit. I have never thought to myself, anytime I consume powdered protein, it goes in a shake.
Yeah.
Right? I'm a big protein shake guy. Have you ever just put your powdered protein in Greek yogurt and mixed it up?
No, I put it just some water now these days.
It's amazing.
It sounds like you're kind of saying protein has been sharp for a really long time and now it's getting kind of square.
Yeah. That's exactly what's happening. Protein's getting too square. But I know exactly what these companies are doing. If you have followed these like TikTokers who talk about what you should eat, they tell you to load up on protein. Now, the first thing people started doing was ground beef with rice.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is doing that now, which is fine. And they're putting some scrambled eggs in it, more protein, which is fine. But now it's like, Kellogg's and all these other companies are like, oh, look at all the fucking kiddos out there on TikTok. Everybody wants protein. Let's pump protein in our shit. You know what I mean? But hold on. Let's go back to the Greek yogurt. Has anybody in here protein in Greek yogurt powdered? Mix it up. You've never done that before? Good? Phenomenal.
I'm not even joking. I'll do it the second the stream ends.
Phenomenal, dude. And what I did is I put a handful of blueberries in there. I have chocolate flavored protein. The video, she had strawberry flavored protein. I'm pretty square with my flavored protein. I'm always a chocolate guy, but I would try strawberry if I'm going to mix it in with yogurt.
I have every single ingredient you just mentioned, and I will be trying exactly this.
Okay.
That's interesting what Rav said. He mixes protein powder in his cold brew.
Oh, that's not bad. My wife.
Let's talk about something. I think I heard Rav say he drinks more diet soda than water, if I recall correctly. Were you on that episode?
No, that's not good.
Maybe I'm misspeaking. I think I heard Rav say he drinks more diet soda than water, and then he was justifying it for way too long. So I don't know. I don't know if Rav's trustworthy, but the protein in coffee sounds interesting.
Is Rav from Pittsburgh?
I think so, yeah.
Pittsburgh's, I like them. Good people, like hardcore city, salt of the earth, Rust Belt, and big Rust Belt guy. They all kind of have a little quirk about them. There's like a little like weird thing that they're going to do. And you just can't you can't accept it. You can't be drinking more diet soda than water. That's just unacceptable.
I love a Coke Zero, but you need your water, bud.
I think I probably drink soda maybe once a week. Is that more? That's more than you.
Unfortunately, on this, I know this is a bad thing to do, and you're going to start judging me, but on this diet, it's like the only treat you can have is like, damn, I've been eating fucking nothing but veggies and meat, and I'm going to have this Coke Zero. So I probably have more soda than you.
Well, can I tell you, and I've never been a big seltzer guy, never been a big seltzer water guy. That is where the seltzer waters come in. Oh, I meant to decline that. I think I actually accepted it.
Now they're on stream. Well, you might as well see what
you
they're
back. Sorry. I think
Yeah.
my wife's on a call too, and I shouted.
No, I like seltzer, soda water. Hate it.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't either.
It's not itching my scratch either. Like, I know what you're about to say. I'm just telling you it's not going to happen for me.
But I am telling you this, though, for like an afternoon pick-me-up for just a little something that tastes like a treat, that was the purpose of seltzer water, I think.
Yeah.
That's my
job done for me, but I respect that it works for you.
Yeah. So anyways, the Greek yogurt mixed with the protein powder and a little bit of fruit, phenomenal. You know what? Can you chat for a second?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk about Kansas, Texas Tech.
All right. I'm not going to talk about Kansas, Texas Tech. I'm going to talk about I'm going to talk more about the Yap yesterday. So everyone can fill me in. I came in and Trent was what? Oh, I was going to say. I came in and Trent was mentioning that he's giving up the bong only. Do I understand that correctly? And then we took a final bong rip and then broke our bong outside in a trash bag. So what, Trent, here's what I want to know, or anybody that could fill me in. What did you actually give up? Did you give up weed, or did you just give up bong rips, but you still smoke weed? And do you still vape? I need that explained to me by anybody in the chat. Just bong rips. It's a start. I'll say this. I'm 36, and I probably gave up the bong around 30 as well. So I fully respect doing it. But it was something. It was something. Anyways, I'm talking about Texas Tech, Kansas. I guarantee Jeff Sunday didn't watch that game. I did have Kansas. I will admit I got a little lucky. I feel like Texas Tech, I don't know what's up with teams like mentioning a guy's out like Christian Anderson. Like, that was like 10 minutes before tip. Like, I got to say, like, I don't want to be like a sore loser. Like I said, I had Kansas. But if you bet, you cap that game all day, you make a bet, and you found out that Christian Anderson's out 10 minutes, that feels a little dirty. That's just crazy. Like, they got to do something about that. With the amount of money that was on that game, I feel like they have to do something with injury reports and the way they're getting reported. Like, it's crazy. I literally said, like, I got Kansas +5. I feel bad for anybody with the Texas Tech ticket. And they still should have won the game. I think it was like a 14-4 or 14-2 run for Kansas to close out. Darren Peterson had 2 massive threes. I think he hit one down 3 and then immediately came back down the court and hit another one to go up 64-61. I think that was the final bucket of the game. How's that? You're muted.
Man, muted. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Keep going. Cook.
That's all right. That was basically it. Texas Tech blew that game yesterday. What I was saying is they announced like Texas Tech's second best player was out like 10 minutes before the game. And I was saying how I think with the way that people are gambling on these games, I just don't know that you can get away with that. I don't think that's fair at all. And I had Kansas.
That's not fair.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
So who was it? Was it Toppin?
No, Christian Anderson. Toppin played.
Steak, can we get a Darren Peterson comp?
You guys are going to shit on me.
Oh, God.
I'm going to get shit on.
Oh, no.
Oh, I should just say it, right?
Franz.
I should just say what I actually think about Darren Peterson, right?
You already kind of said what you thought about him yesterday.
Kobe Bryant.
No way. No way.
That's it. That's my answer. Go ahead and flame me, chat. I don't care.
Darren. All right. I kind of see it.
Somebody said, I'll kill you, Steak.
Okay, hold on. This guy is an ex-Kobe Bryant. Dude, I love Kobe Bryant. You're telling me this guy's an ex-Kobe Bryant.
Just got a thing, man. He's got a thing about him.
I'm looking when you Google Darren Peterson and then you look at images, like the 6'1" is just a picture of him, and in big words it says cramps.
Yeah, he I guess if we're being honest, Kobe Bryant would probably think Darren Peterson is really soft. But I feel like Kobe Bryant would have thought 99% of the kids playing college basketball today are soft. So, but
I need guys that aren't soft. Who's like a really good college basketball player that's not a bitch.
Like a freshman?
Yeah, or like a guy who's going to be a top 5 pick next year. Like, what about the dude on BYU? Is he good? AU?
AJ DeBonsa?
Yeah.
I think he's a bitch.
Oh fuck. What about Cam Boozer?
Not one. Not. I'm not. He's an NBA player's son, so it's hard for me to say he's like a tough-nosed dude too. Like, but I'm also not prepared to call him a bitch. I'll say there's 2 that were mentioned in the chat that I agree with: Kingston Flemings and Darius Acuff from Arkansas.
Who's Arkansas? Darius Acuff? I never heard of this guy.
He's awesome.
I got a problem with Snowman. And I like Snowman so much. I like him so much.
Loves Duke basketball.
I fucking hate it. I hate that
so crazy,
much.
Right?
How can you be a guy who is like, everything you love is your alma mater is Indiana, and your school is a basketball school, but you love Duke? Ew. Fucking ew. This goes back to my rant yesterday about like hating dynasties and hating teams that are always good. Snowman. I'm such a Snowman guy. You got to have some more pride than that. You can't be slurping on Duke all the time. And I understand that they treat you well from a gambling perspective, but come on, that's a no. That's got to stop. Are you lagging or am I lagging?
I want to know how far back it goes. Like, did it start with? Can't tell. Looks like me, maybe.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. I can hear you. I can't really see you very well. Steak is lagging. Okay. You come at the king, you best not miss with Snow, right? No way, dude. No Doubter Daddy gave out 20 subs.
20? Am I still lagging?
Yeah, you're lagging a lot. You got everything.
I'm gonna come back.
Turn.
I'm gonna come back.
Okay, all right. See you later. Turn your turn stuff off Wi-Fi while you're at it. Okay. How do I get? Oh, there we go. Well, there's my cutting board. Hold on one second. I wanted to pull up something real quick. Alan Dims, by the way, if you guys don't know Alan Dims, he's been a long time Degen, formerly Degen, now Fake Sharp follower. We love Alan Dims, but we also kind of hate Alan Dims. But it's like a nice mutual understanding of like, we love to hate each other. Do people actually think Peterson was good last game? He was dead silent all second half until the last 30 minutes. The conditioning is really concerning. He's also pretty sharp. Good read, Alan Dims. I don't know. I didn't watch the game. Steak, you Gucci?
You tell me.
Yeah, you're okay. Are you hardlined into your computer? We've talked about this before. I'm just not 100% sure. Okay. Yeah, you're better. Bad guy Jim says I agree with Alan 100%. Yeah, probably one of Alan's better takes, I think. No doubt.
I missed it.
He was saying that Darren Peterson was not very good last game.
No, he wasn't. He was like 5 for 15 from the field.
Yeah, and he said
2 big threes.
He said his conditioning was really bad. Is he the number 1 pick right now?
In my opinion, yes. I think he's like minus 120 to be the number 1 pick. There's quite a few really good freshmen right now, but I think he's going to be the number 1 pick. Yeah.
Real quick, I did not address the subscriptions that we've gotten so far today. Tailing Dawes just resub. Bang. No Doubt or Daddy giving out 20 subs. That can't go unnoticed. That's big right there. No Doubt or Daddy. Big W right there to the Book It channel. Alex resubbed. He's definitely still ripping the pen. Budman, just creatine, brother. Okay. Book It Sports gifted Cam his money a sub. We love to see that. Dave Martinez also subbed. He said, hope y'all enjoy Dallas. Pissed I'll be in San Fran when y'all here. If you want good barbecue, go to Pecan. How do you say it? Pecan or pecan? Pecan Lounge or Hutchins. I'm not really a big barbecue guy. Are you a barbecue guy?
I enjoy it occasionally, but it's nowhere near the top of my list.
People are asking if we have a producer. No, but Goots, who produces BTL, has been extremely helpful, and he's like kind of here if we need him. But he's not a full-on producer from what I understand. I'm here for the unction. Yeah, it is kind of unction. We thought about changing our name to the unction, but speaking of fads like protein, unk might phase out.
You think so?
It could. I hope it doesn't. I love it. I love unk.
While you were gone, I was talking about giving up bong rips. Do you have an opinion on that, or did you watch it yesterday on the app?
I did. Yep. I was tuning in. I was listening, and I do have an opinion. I actually was very, very happy when he was building up this announcement and saying that he is going to give up hitting a bowl. I thought what he meant is that he was going to stop vaping. Okay. I did not mean I did not know that he literally meant he's going to stop hitting a bong every day. I didn't even know kids still smoke bongs.
Kids.
Well, I guess he's an adult. Yeah. I mean, Trent's probably what, 26, 27? I mean, if you're over 25, you're an adult. I didn't know people still smoked bongs. I did not know that. Now, back in my pot smoking days, which you didn't really know me with my prime, but I love bongs. I did. We had a little fun with bongs. You put orange juice in them. You put ice in them. It was great. We listened to Bone Thugs and Harmony. I mean, I really, really, really enjoyed it. But there's a big difference from when you just hit a pipe to when you hit a bong. You get really high. You know, it's like another level. I think it's absolutely insane that this guy was hitting a bong every day of his life for 8 years.
8 years. Orange juice in a bong? I've never heard of that in my entire life.
Oh, it was great. It's very tasty. You want to try it?
Yeah.
You don't still smoke bongs, do you?
No, I don't.
But hold on, let's not get distracted. The orange juice is not the subject of this story. So I went from being like, good job, Trent. You know, you're going to give up vaping. You shouldn't vape every day anyway, to then being like, hold on a minute. Trent's been hitting a bong every day of his life for 8 years. That's crazy.
I knew you'd have a really good take on this.
Is that a good take? I don't even know if I've given you my take. I mean, I'm more just like, I'm in awe.
You dropped back in my pot smoking days, orange juice in a bong and Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Bone Thugs and Harmony was the craziest of the three. That really was you.
The best weed smoking background tunes that I can think of. There's a couple other ones too, but hold on. What were you thinking as he went through this?
I thought he was giving up weed.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I was under the impression until I realized he was strictly just not smoking bongs anymore.
Afro Man's a good one, by the way.
Great.
Okay, so you thought he was giving up weed, and then you find out that he's giving up hitting a bong every day for 8 years. What's your reaction to that?
I think it's a great step. Great step in the right direction.
Obviously. Yeah. It's a great step in the right direction. What do you think about can you listen to what I'm asking you? Trent has hit a bong every day of his life for 8 years.
From age 21 to 29, I did as well.
A bong?
Yeah.
You hit a bong every day.
Actually, it was worse. I probably hit a dab rig 4 or 5 times a week for 5 years.
Yeah. I do remember you were deep in your pot bag. But I guess who am I fucking talking to over here?
Yeah, this is not going to get much out of me.
That's crazy to me. So I guess it's not a big deal then.
You went from being a guy who smokes pot to acting like an undercover cop. Like, I don't even know what happened to you because I've known you through every phase of your life. And just one day you woke up as a dad / undercover cop who says things like smoking pots and Mary Jane and stuff like that. Like, and it just, people probably think that gradually happened to you. But one day you just woke up as a completely different person. And that person was 40. Like, you've been 40 now for, am I crazy to say 5 or 6 years? You've been 40?
No, might even been longer than that.
Might been longer. You might have turned 40 the day you turned 30.
No, when I was 28 years old, I lived in New York. It was my third year. And when you move to New York, you go out all the time. You just go out, you bleed money. You're at every bar, you're at every club, not like high end, like rinky dinks, whatever. Going out, I'm hungover and I work weekends. And I just realized I was like 28 going on 38 then. And I even told my wife and her friends one time we took a shot, and you say a cheers, and her friends, they party.
They rage.
Like, they rage. Like their 4 a.m. is like my 10 p.m. Like I'm ready to slow down. They're like, well, where are we going next? I'm like, you guys are fucking crazy. But I took a shot. This was at 28 years old. And I was like, hey, I got a toast. How about less late nights, more early mornings? Never has anything I've ever said fallen flatter in my life.
That is such a bad thing to say during a cheers for a shot.
The entire circle just looked at me with like a little look of disgust. And it was not well received at all. It was a terrible reaction. But I already knew then, like, dude, you ever waking up at like 7:30 feeling good, walking around? You've visited New York. You've been to Chicago. You've been to cities. It's great. It's a great feeling. That to me is better than being fucked up at like 3 a.m. personally.
It is the best, but everyone needs to learn that themselves. Because obviously, like I said, like I worked till 4 a.m. for like, I don't know, 15 years of my life. And now I will tell you, like being up early in the morning, nothing beats it. But I'm not trying to prove that to anyone who hasn't experienced it. Like,
sure,
you got to experience waking up early yourself before you can truly enjoy it. And an old dude telling you to do it, no one's listening.
No, I wouldn't really tell anyone to do it, especially in their 20s. But also that's the other thing too, that like people who hadn't worked in a bar don't understand. I mean, I worked at a bar from 19 to 25. That wears you down.
Yeah.
And I think that made me age a lot faster, if that
100%,
makes sense.
100%.
You know what I mean? So yeah. But anyways, no, I will say I don't intentionally try to say things to sound like a boomer, but for whatever reason, calling weed pot to me just feels right. Yeah. When I say weed, I can't help but say it like Stephen A. Smith, like stay off the weed. You know what I mean? So I just say pot. But I guess that backfires because when you say pot, it's like, oh, this guy's definitely a cop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So pot is an unk term. So I can stop doing that. I
don't think anybody wants you to stop. Be yourself.
Back to Trent though. You're absolutely right. That is a good step in the right direction. And I saw Tailing Dawes says, why do you think this is so crazy? I guess it's not. Like, as I grew up, weed was still like taboo. And that people weren't necessarily doing all the time. I had my freshman year of high school, I smoked weed every single day. And then I stopped and I was like, okay, I can't function. You know, I just like doing it at night before I go to sleep, whatever. But that's to be able to function every day as an adult after a bong rip, I find to be pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is.
So what'll be interesting is this. What if Trent stops hitting a bong every day, sees the board differently, and becomes one of the sharpest sports bettors on the internet?
I don't know. I feel like there's already a switch happening. That Fade Trent account is struggling. Every time I wake up, I see the Fade Trent account recapping a loss.
Could you, and yes, I see Lil Shoot 'em Up saying alcohol is poison. I wish I didn't like it. 110%. I'm not saying pot is bad, by the way, just so we're clear. Trent, this could, if we're talking about like, you know, stocks to buy, and I'm telling you, like I was all in on the Giants and now I'm not. Trent stopping the bong rips as a sports bettor, I would buy it.
Yeah, it's some stock I would buy too. But let me ask you a question while we're talking about fading.
Sure.
Thought daughter or fade account son?
Oh God. I don't want to fade account son.
I don't want to fade account son either. Give me the daughter.
Give me the daughter.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I saw the fade Trent account got like a sponsorship.
I saw that too. And then I was like, well, I never heard of whatever this thing is that's sponsoring it. It doesn't look legit at all, but it did get a Twitter badge.
This is the thing. Some people think like just promoting and marketing, like just getting your word and your name out there, or your brand out there is like, oh, that's good. People will wonder, what is this? And maybe they'll use us. I think that shit backfires. If you have a commercial that runs on repeat during college football games or NFL games, and it's a terrible commercial, I'm going to intentionally not use your product.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it is true.
So whatever that thing was sponsoring fade accounts, I'm out. I don't even know what it was. I'm out. Ain't using it. People forget Trent made the fade stake account. That is true. Yeah. So yes, I guess I'm very good for Trent. I'm very happy for Trent. By the way, did Trent just pop in studio? I think we're Trent studio. Hold on, I got to go to the 3 cam. How do I do this? Wait, 3 cam. Right? How do you get you up?
Bang.
Yeah, you're in.
Bang.
Dude, good morning.
Good morning, fellas. I'm so sorry for fucking up yesterday, dude.
That's totally okay, because it wasn't like we promised it. I think we said you might be coming. We did have a fun segment where we ranked Book It lingo that I thought would have been fun to have you on, but that's okay that you weren't here. Also, I need to apologize. Apparently, Steak wouldn't shut up about the fact that I texted you at 6:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Need your opinion on that, Trent. I need to know what you think about receiving a text at 6:45 in the morning.
I guess it's a respectable move considering you thought that I would be awake at that hour.
No, I did not. No. You would see it when you woke up. I did not text anybody at 6:45 in the morning thinking they'd be awake. That's the whole point.
But I wanted to come on here to address what you guys are talking about right now. Also, That question you just asked was crazy. Thought daughter or fade account son?
Yeah.
I guess technically I'm a fade account son.
No, you're not.
He made the fade steak account.
No. You're just an actual, genuine, authentic fade god, which is you're the first of your kind. You're, in a way, and I'm not trying to gas you up, you're kind of a pioneer because I've always said this, as much as people can hate on you, you have made a persona and a living out of being a shit gambler, which at the end of the day, 90+% of the population is, and they wish that they could do as well. So kudos to you. You're not a fade account, son.
Going on the weed topic.
Hot topic.
So yes, I have disgustingly been taking a chop multiple times a day, every day.
Hold on. What's a chop?
A chop is you get a cigarette, you put a little tobacco in the bowl, then weed, and then cigarette on top.
Insane. So it's a spliff and a bong.
In a bong, yes. And
Spliff bang, by the way.
they're really gross. They smell disgusting, and you rip it, and it's just like a dome to the fucking head for 10 seconds. And that's what people who take them, that's what they crave, is that 10-second dome rush.
It's kind of like whippets.
Yeah, but I've never done a whip it because I know that if I ever did, I would be addicted to it.
Yeah,
So
that's
I've never even tried. So
I've never done a whippet either, but I know that that's how it goes. Just so
yeah,
it's clear.
it's basically that.
I can't complete the trifecta of saying I've never done a whip.
I've never done one. That's one thing I've told myself to never do because I just know it would feel better than a chop.
So here's my question. You do one. Is it so? Okay, I'll tell you this. Like, I don't even really know. Can you talk about tobacco on Twitch? It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about like smokeless tobacco? Like, everybody zins now.
Yeah.
But like when I grown up, like Skull and Copenhagen, those were kind of big things. Like when you played sports in high school, you had to do it. I kind of did it when I drove. I started to like it almost in place of like coffee. Like you walk your dog, you throw one in, but then that was it. So is it kind of like just you wake up? Does it like activate you in a sense? Like it gets your brain?
No, I never would do it. Like the only time I would ever do it is like after school or after work. I never would start my day with it or anything like that. I like to think of myself as a productive stoner in that regard. Sure. But yeah, I did take one on stream yesterday for the last time, and I was fucking baked. Got nothing done. So that's why I don't like doing it in a work setting. But it's just it was time to hang it up. I'm pushing 30. We don't need to be putting mouth to glass still these days.
Well, just so you're clear, because Steak and I are pushing 40. When you say pushing 30, you're going to realize at some point in your life, your 30s are kind of your prime.
Yeah.
20s, you're an idiot. So you don't need to say pushing 30 like you're like getting old. You're really about to peak and get your prime, but you really shouldn't waste those years of like 30 to like 37. Cause then you start to get worn down and old. Yeah. But I feel like you're making these changes, these lifestyle changes. You're getting healthier. You've lost 20 pounds, I think.
Yeah.
Now you're done chopping, but you probably still have some bad habits.
I mean, yeah, I still got this thing attached to the fucking hip. This is a whole nother story that we'll get there. We'll get there.
Well, that's the story that I think Steak and I share here that we could probably maybe try to help you with. That's the one that should be next on your list.
Yeah.
I got friends. We all got friends when they can't, it's attached to their lips.
Yeah.
They fly and they go.
Yeah, me too. I do the same thing, bro.
Yeah. You got to stop that.
I'll tell you a story. You can't quit it all at once, but I'm gonna tell you a story. When I did manage the bar, I had this girl who was a VIP manager who had one of those just like attached to her hip. Went to the hospital because her lungs were fucked up. Had to go to the emergency room. It's a pretty good story to tell someone who wants to quit. You can't give up everything at once, but yeah, her lungs got fucked up from ripping one of those for too long.
Yeah, that's scary. I hear those scary stories all the time, but yeah, the biggest thing was just starting with something. And chipping away at it. I think getting in the mindset of losing weight is incredibly hard, but now once you start chipping away and see the progress, it's hard to not keep going because it just feels so good.
Yeah. You're chasing that feeling now of getting lighter and lighter and feeling better. Are you doing a combination of like eating better and working out more?
Yeah. I've eaten significantly less. I would Uber Eats every single meal I ever ate. Like I never cooked. Uber Eats in over $100 of food like every day, which is really fucking stupid. And
easy to do, dude. Uber Eats is insane.
And literally zero movement or workout at all. So all three of those things combined for a solid 4 years just started making me feel like shit.
Were you more of a breakfast, lunch, or dinner guy? Like where was your heavier meal?
Definitely fat dinner.
Fat dinner.
Yeah, and I would always tell myself like, oh, like I'm not eating breakfast or lunch, so I can have like the fattest dinner of all time.
But see, now a heavy dinner is actually not a bad thing as long as you can't be having like wings and hot dogs and burgers.
Yeah.
But like your biggest meal being dinner is not the worst thing in the world. I didn't know if you were starting out with like a sausage, egg, and cheese from Dunkin', and then
I would have Starbucks every day.
You gotta stop that shit.
I would never miss a day. Yeah, I've had Starbucks. I've had it once in 2026 so far, and my God, it was amazing. I never appreciated a chai tea latte. That's usually what I get there. More in my life than the one that I've had in 2026 so far. But now I just drink black coffee from my Keurig every morning.
Look at you. Yeah, that's a real step in growth direction. Black coffee, welcome.
It's gross, but I just try to.
I'm never doing black coffee. That's never happening for me.
What's your if I had to guess, you're a Chipotle guy.
I love Chipotle.
You fucking would love Chipotle. You're such a single 20-year-old dude, just loving Chipotle and fucking Starbucks.
I would eat the fattest Chipotle bowl, and every bite would be with a chip, which is like 1,000 calories just with the chips. And then the bowl was probably 1,500 calories. Yeah, dude, really bad.
Well, this is great. So I don't know if you heard us talking now, but about you stopping the chop. Stop the chop. But yesterday was your last day, so today is day one.
Yeah.
What happens if you start becoming a really, really good sports bettor the more and more you get rid of these bad habits? And what if you're just a new man? I would buy stock is what I was saying. Like I would be tailing Trent more than I would be fading Trent. But what happens if you just become this like new guy and you're not like the fade god? Do you think that might be bad for business? Like you have to change your whole, I
don't know. I mean, I took a little reset this weekend, thought I'd come back on Monday, hit some bets, and it simply just didn't fucking work. So, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything I can really do to ever not be a shit gambler, but at least I got the Hornets -6.5.
Hey, before you make your NBA bets, are you seeing what Steak is on?
Yes, absolutely. And it's impossible to craft because I'm crafting with Rav, and I'm like, oh, I lean this way, and he's like, oh, but Steak's on that side. I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't know.
I heard you yelling at Rav on one of the episodes, like, are you about to get fucking talked off this bet because Steak's on it?
No, but last year, dude, when like I didn't really know Steak, and he was just hitting at an absurd rate with these fucking dogs, but he wouldn't post them until like 3, and I would post my Fugazis at like 2, and I would always have like the -600 fucking T-Wolves in there or some shit. And then an hour later, I see he's on the +800 dog on the other side, and I just knew it was dead. I knew it was fucking dead, and sure enough, it would be dead every time.
Yeah,
everybody would DM me and say I needed to go on Surge Stream. I regret not doing that one time.
Yeah, no Surge streams. Trent, you did that by the way for a long time.
Yeah.
I know some people were probably unhappy that you ended it. I think I understood it because as someone who streamed every weekday for like 4 years, Steak's been here for probably doing it 2.5. It's exhausting, and you have to entertain like 50 to 60 people every couple of minutes, and it's just hard listening to someone tell you something and you're getting told 50 to 60 new things and you need to have like a reaction to it. That had to be pretty exhausting.
It was very exhausting. Every time I'd be done with it, my brain would be literal mush. And then I'm supposed to craft with plays that I just listened to for 2 hours, and there's 72 of them. I obviously miss everybody that would come on.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like I wasn't providing my best entertainment through that medium of a show.
Right.
So I just wanted to be able to have a platform where I can actually like do what I want to do. But I think there's definitely going to be some episodes of our new show where we bring people in the community and, you know, have them help us craft shit and stuff. But I definitely miss some of the characters, some of the new people that, you know, have had a platform to be able to make something out of it. That was what I thought was so great about it, was that there's so many characters that were created over the years. But yeah, I just felt like it was time for a change.
Yeah, there were some good people that came through. So I stopped just because of my work schedule. I would always put everything towards that time slot of when the surgical stream was, but I would still tune in here and there. But now the Yap with Rav, I don't know where Rav came from, but like Steak and I have always been Rav guys, like just good vibes, good dude. But I don't really know Rav as a gambler that much. Like I don't know, just because I haven't really been able to like focus in or tune in too much yet. And now he's going to be on camera every day, whereas before I don't really know. Maybe he did a show with you guys or he was like tweeting things. Is he someone that like what style of gamblers is Rav? Is he contrarian? Is he square? Is he plums? Is he trends, data?
He's definitely trends data.
Trends guy.
Definitely trends and data. He loves props.cash. He loves looking at, you know, trends and past, you know, numbers and shit like that. He's pretty square. I would say he's closer to square than he is sharp. But he loves his nuggets on props.cash.
Okay. Am I wrong to say he is influenced a lot by what Twitter is on?
Absolutely.
I've noticed that. Like he's checking. I feel like Rav is scrolling the feed to see what people are on.
It's hard not to do that, to be honest.
It is hard.
Like, you know, I don't have one person I'm going to check to see what they're on, but I just like to scroll for a minute and find some reads. I will say one guy I do like is Dr. Profit. He posts these like projections every day. And I just like to see what he has for players projected wise with points and assists. But other than that, I don't know. I just kind of look around. It's hard because I try to keep it in my own head. I don't want to be influenced by any other, you know, bullshit. But Cam is money. I'd be looking at your shit too, bro, especially for the Dodgers. I'd be looking at your shit.
Oh, looking at a Dodgers fan for fucking Dodgers props.
Yeah, he's sharp with the NPC Dodgers. You know, it's hard not to take Shohei every fucking game, but he's taking Michael Conforto and shit. It's like, yeah, he knows.
Cam is sharp.
Yeah. Cam is actually sharp. I will say too, we like to fuck with Beeve and bust Beeve's balls. I do always maintain the stance that he does know ball. Are you and Beeve's been on your guys' show a couple times in the past, and that's a good little trifecta there. Are you looking to tail or fade Beeve at all? Is he anybody that you consult with your wagers?
When it comes to football, I actually value his opinion. I don't really know if he's pretty knowledgeable about college basketball. I just see him bitching on the feed like 99% of the time. He's always mad. He's always mad at the world.
Yes, too much. My liking, but yeah, I like I said, I maintain the stance that he knows ball, and I was just curious if he's anybody you consult with. Steak and I have always been the guys that like we're just not always. We started pretty square, you know, like when we were bartending, the Bulls and the Spurs were playing, and this was I don't even know late 2000s. So like the Bulls had Derrick Rose, the Spurs still had some guys. Popovich has the whole starting lineup out, and we're like, oh, we're gonna fucking hammer the Bulls, you know, -4 up to -8. We don't care. And the Spurs are up 20, and we're bartending, and we made like a large bet. And it's like, well, there goes our whole night's, you know, tip out on this game. And like eventually our mindset shifted. Then we started becoming pretty contrarian. But the last couple of years, since like 2021, I've really started to tap into the sports betting Twitter. And I will say, you can get your head.
Yeah.
You can get your head. It's a mind fuck.
Yeah.
How many, who's on what? You just pulled out Dr. Profit. I never even heard of that guy in my life.
Oh yeah, he's a
I was
man.
gonna say I don't know who that is either. I'm gonna have to check him out. But after that Bulls game that Degen mentioned, I'm not even joking. I became Krabs. After that game, I was like, nah, I'm never falling for a trap again. Everything I take will be contrarian. I will fade the public no matter what. And I probably gambled like that for like the next 10 years.
Trent, are you so we're going to be in Dallas. We're flying out Saturday. Looking forward to seeing you. You're going to the Super Bowl for some content stuff, but not for the game, right?
Yeah, no, I'll be back for the party. I don't really know exactly what I'm doing. I know Prize Picks has some sort of pre-Super Bowl festivities that they want Lauren and I at, so we're going to that.
Have you been to San Francisco before?
It's been a while. I used to have some baseball camps at Stanford in high school. So that was like really the only time I've ever been up north in California. But I went to a Giants game when I was like 15. That was pretty cool.
That's very cool.
Super cool stadium. But it sucks not having the Super Bowl in a legalized gambling state because it's so much fun bowling at the casinos before the days leading up to it and stuff. But I mean, like last year, New Orleans was so much fun. Vegas was obviously a movie. So it's hard to imagine not being able to gamble while you're at the Super Bowl.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you. You've been going to a lot of Super Bowls. What was your most fun experience? Like, what city was your favorite? Because I shit on San Francisco, but I haven't been to a Super Bowl. And
I saw your tweet about like that commute.
Yeah.
That sounds absolutely fucking horrible.
Awful. It's going to take 3.5 hours to get there and back, I think, on the day of.
New Orleans and Vegas, everything's right there. So you're not leaving the premises at all. But now that I think about it, LA was actually super cool.
LA was cool?
Yeah. I mean, SoFi was like a fucking video game. It was crazy. That was the first Super Bowl I went to, so it kind of just felt like so surreal. But last year, I would say was probably the most fun. Vegas was an absolute nightmare just because I lost the chance to win $1 million on McCaffrey, which I think about every day.
You guys were at Circa for that, I think, right?
Yeah.
That was cool.
But yeah, I would say New Orleans is probably the best in terms of environment and stuff.
I feel like New Orleans would rock for this.
Yeah, New Orleans would rock. Not that I think it's a fun city. I've never been, but I have always been told that Indianapolis is a pretty good host city because you can walk everywhere. Have you been in Indianapolis?
Yeah, I went to Pacers Thunder finals last year.
Oh,
yeah,
very cool. Very cool. All right. So, by the way, are you hanging with us for the rest of the stream? Or you just popping on to say hi?
I was just popping to say what's good. Yeah. I don't want to take up your time talking plays.
No, you're good.
I wanted to address the chop allegations.
I appreciate you doing that, and thank you for coming on. We're happy to be here on Book It doing the show, and we look forward to seeing you this weekend. But before you take off, what's your don't reveal too much. I'm sure you're going to craft your plays and everything like that, but just Seahawks, Patriots, do you already have a side that you're on? Or are you still?
Dude, I got to come to terms with a side. I still have no idea what the fuck I'm going to do. I have no idea.
Right now, got to make a decision.
Right now, I'm hoping the Patriots win.
Okay.
Ooh.
Why?
Not what I expected.
Well, I know you are indifferent about my participation in the sports card game, but I have a very expensive Drake May card.
There it is.
That I bought pre-playoffs, and it's been skyrocketing. So if he wins the Super Bowl, it's gonna be pretty fat.
For what it's worth, I have no issue with investing in cards, but you ripping packs and it taking away from you in sports betting was my gripe.
Dude, I went into a really dark time during the summer where I was like going through some shit and was just unleashing on buying boxes of cards, just like get me through a shit time. And I realized how much of a fucking dono that is.
Yeah.
It is just not like investing in cards. Yes, that's definitely the move. But and I've learned the hard way for sure. So I've definitely learned a lot. And I'm definitely like taking a step back from it and just buying singles, investing in guys I think do well.
Smart.
Buy cards, not boxes. Let's learn the hard way.
Did you ever mess around with Top Shot? You ever even heard of Top Shot?
I have heard of it. I remember it. That was right, like pre-COVID, I think, was when that shit was going on. I never got into it, and I feel for those people that that were heavily invested into it because it's probably worth nothing. You were in that?
Yeah, I'm not.
Jeff Sunday, dude.
Yeah, my buddies in like 2017, Greg. I don't know if you've ever followed Greg. He's part of our Fake Sharp family, but we were pretty early, not early, but like for Americans, we were like into Ripple, and we figured out fucking Binance and crypto, and it's like everything was going up. We're like, all right, what's the next thing? And it's like, ooh, word on the street is there's these Top Shots. I didn't know what it was, but I put like $3,000 into it, and the guy that I invested in, I think, was fucking Cole Anthony. On the Magic. It was, he's like a 15th overall pick, not like super big name, but I'm like, this guy could be the dude. So I think I have like 8 Cole Anthony Top Shots, and I don't even know what my login is. I've lost it.
Wait, I need help, Trent, with one card question before you go.
Yeah.
I made a bad investment. Speaking of investing in players, so I bought this 1/1 Anthony Richardson RPA, and it's the Nike patch.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. I saw that.
It's filthy. I think I'm losing my ass, though, because I'm not even comfortable saying what I actually bought it for on stream because it's just not good. There's no choice. I have no choice but to hold this card, right? There's nothing I can do.
Well, I mean, you actually have a connection to the biggest fucking Anthony Richardson collector I've ever seen in my life.
Is it Fruity?
Yes, dude.
People were commenting that on my tweet.
Fruity has a collection of AR cards that's probably worth close to $250,000. Yes.
I have a friend like that Jeff Sunday knows, and he had a bunch of 1/1 Trevor Lawrence's, like $100,000 worth of 1/1 Trevor Lawrence's. He just 4 times his money this year.
Wow.
But wait a minute. What do you do with an Anthony Richardson
That's
collection?
what I was asking Trent.
This guy never put. Well, yeah, but if I'm Fruity, I don't know. What are you doing? Like, you're trying to offload these fucking things on the black market, aren't you?
Dude, if he gets a shot, like that, if he gets a shot, dude, Fruity is Bezos.
But he is going to get a shot, right? Like, we all agree. If you don't think,
I don't agree. I don't agree to fucking anything. No, really? No. This guy couldn't throw the ball in college. No.
You know he has one more shot?
Fucking where? Where's he gonna get a fucking shot?
Way he gets a shot. You guys,
where's he gonna get a shot?
No, have you seen some of the people playing quarterback in the National Football League?
They gave Daniel Jones the starting position over him, dude. Like Mac Jones.
Daniel Jones is good. He got another shot. Look,
is he good? We're only saying that because he played over Anthony Richardson. Like, let's just chill.
Like Daniel Jones collections were literally going so high this season.
Yeah.
And Fruity was like, shit, dude. Like, imagine if I had him. But then he tears his ACL. Now it's like literally right back down to where it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, his Anthony Richardson collection is fucking unbelievable. So you should consider reaching out to him because he will absolutely take that off your hands.
Will Fruity be at the Super Bowl party?
Yeah.
I might pack that shit in my bag, dude.
There you go. Now we should film that. The transaction, the AR-15 transaction.
Dude, last thing before I go.
Sure.
At card shows, there's this thing called a coin flip where, say, you have like a $2,000 card, right? And you do a coin flip between you and the guy with the card. And you flip the coin, and either you're going to pay $4,000 for this $2,000 card, or you pay $0 for this $2,000 card. And so Fruity did that. This guy offered to do a coin flip for an AR 1/1 when we were at the show. And so if it's tails, Fruity has to pay double what this card's worth. And if it's heads, Fruity pays nothing. And we flipped the coin, and Fruity ended up winning and got this free Anthony Richardson for $0.
And now it's worth $0.
Yeah. What a rush, though.
It's a hell of a rush. I've never done it. I'm way too scared to do it, but it was awesome to see that.
I also like the thing you buy where it's the box with a jersey in it. You don't know who it is. And then I think it was like an Angels player with Cinder. So was it Syndergaard?
Fucking Bo Jackson.
No, you got one that was like Noah Syndergaard. It was a bad one.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Noah Syndergaard. That was oh my God. I thought it was Ohtani, dude.
That was fun. Like that's my favorite kind of content. The cards are cool. That it's not my favorite thing, but I thought that jersey, like I thought the jersey market for pulling jerseys in boxes where you don't know who it is kind of like an untapped thing that maybe people are doing, but I don't know. I would play that.
Yeah. Chat real quick. Is Prize Picks legal in New York now? Is that true, or are you guys capping?
Well, I could give it a shot.
That's crazy news.
Yeah. Is it in Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Florida, but you can't do college sports for whatever
Correct.
reason.
That's fine. I'd probably lose way too much money on Jeremiah Love anyway, or CJ Carr, but they posted it's coming soon. Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'll keep tabs on it because that's
I
where I
could
am.
sit here and talk to you guys all fucking day, but I'll let you get to it. Appreciate you guys having me on. Great time talking to you. Super excited about having you guys. You're literally my favorite show in the mornings.
Wow,
It
thank
blows
you.
my mind that there's not more gambling shows in the mornings. But
It is a very interesting like time gap of like, I think it's where everything is on cable television, but nobody really watches that.
yeah,
So,
no, nobody does.
I agree with you. Even the sports betting radio that I listen to, like the people that are worth a shit are kind of on like in the afternoon and evening, and then like the morning is like a void. So,
Dude, I want to say you had a take the other day about McAfee being a tough listen.
yeah,
I couldn't agree more, dude. Like, I fuck with the guy. He means well. Great dude. Has done so much for the sports media landscape. But I don't need to scream it at 9 a.m.
yeah,
I don't need it.
yeah.
I really don't need it. It's tough.
Yeah.
That went pretty viral, and I got a lot. Obviously, you get a lot of people who's like, "Oh, envy doesn't look good on you," or something's a thief of joy. But I was surprised how many more people were. It was like 90-10 of people that were agreeing with me.
Yeah.
And it was like,
How am I not the target audience? I'm a 28-year-old sports fan. That's exactly the target
I was
audience.
trying to figure that out as well. Who would be the target audience?
Well, I think what they're saying is like your boomers would be the old. I think people are misconstruing that with the older audience is probably for like Colin Cowherd. They're not for Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is like for like the wrestling audience, which tends to be, of course, there's older guys involved, but it's a lot of younger too. But it's just too animated. It's just small doses. But yeah, like you have to make it clear, like he's still a guy you probably want to hang out and get a beer with. Like, Pat McAfee coming to the Super Bowl party sounds fucking great. Pat McAfee you got to go on a week-long fucking trip with. Oh my god, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was the take.
Yeah. But Trent, you're very welcome for having you on your platform. So thank you for thanking us there. It's great to be here. We appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you this weekend. Keep up the great work as always.
Appreciate you, chat. You guys better be coming to the party. It's gonna be a banger.
Come to the party. Come to the
We'll
party.
be staying.
All right, we'll be seeing. See ya. Tickle Jim. Hold on. Two cam. Oh, fuck. Hold on. I'm still trying to figure this out. Pops has the worst sports takes because he watched Coward all day. I did not watch Coward all day. But hold on. That's not what I wanted to think. Hold on. There was one. How old is Degen? 38. Steak is 36. But you're going to be 37.
That's exactly how it works.
Hold on. No. Hold on.
And you're going to be 39.
Hold on. I'm like a year and 1/3, a year and a third.
No, you're way more than that. You're like almost 2 years older than me.
Oh yeah. A year and 2/3.
Yeah.
I'm a year and 3/4.
Should you know the homie's birthday or should you not? What do you think, chat?
I know your birthday. Can I just tell you right now? I don't know anybody's birthday. I know your birthday's in May.
Yeah, I think I know your birthday. That's why I was asking.
You do. The problem is my sister's birthday is in May, so that kind of throws me off and fucks me up. It's like I know one birthday in each month, and like that's it. This was a hilarious comment. Don't want to get it swept. Did you know the dinosaurs? Kind of funny. Never seen Drumpf's name before. Very funny. Doesn't say first time chat or anything, but that was a pretty good comment. Okay.
W's in the chat. Everyone's saying you should know your
Drum
is 12, by the way.
They're saying that you should know your friend's birthday.
Yeah, saying you should know your friend's birthday.
You're the end of May.
You're July. I really think I know.
You know what it is. You're good. You're
good. 23rd.
Yeah, something like that.
You're right? Now should I do your social?
No, yeah, you're getting close.
You don't want me to do your social?
No, that'd be great. Hold on 1 second. Where do we go from here? This has been great shit.
Board review.
Well, I know, but what do we talk first?
College basketball.
Okay. I'm surprised you didn't even want to ask the chat.
Yeah, good point. We could ask, but they're saying CBB.
Yeah.
Maybe I just know the chat. You do.
You
Really good fake sharp game to talk about, man. And it's the first game of the day.
Can't fucking wait. All right. 37 minutes to lock in and talk some basketball, some board, some sports. Let's get into it. Oh, Snowman, you want to talk Indiana? You don't want to talk Duke first? Huh? You fucking Duke slurper. Love Snowman, by the way. I just want to make sure everybody knows that. Absolutely love him. By the way, Snowman streams as well. Great stuff. I don't know if you can promote other people on here or not, but Snowman does a great job. I think you probably can. Where's the Hangman Redemption? Don't Fade is coming in here. Yeah, I need to get a whiteboard. I need to replace
work on that. We will work on that.
Whatever this is behind me, I don't know. It was like $80 at like Home Goods. And actually, it's kind of nice. It fits the space very well. But I'll see if my wife's okay with us putting a whiteboard up here. And she'll be like, "Why am I going to have a whiteboard in place of art?" And I'm going to say, the chat wants Hangman. And you know what? She will understand. Okay, let's get into it. By the way, you got to look at my Pickett calendar real quick. This is very funny. Let me see. Hold on. It's like the very first time I'm over here. Hold on. All right. Share screen, Chrome tab window, Shabuzi. All right. Now I got to do the overlay. One cam.
Shit's green.
Bro. $45.40, $17.60.
Green is green, baby.
Green is fucking green. Green is green. I'll take it. All right. I have no bets today. It's because you're a bitch.
Let's change that.
Yeah, let's do that. No, I don't want to go to calendar. Where do I want to go to? Events. And let's go to, we are on Pickett, by the way, guys. Download Pickett. Sync your sports books to Pickett. Track your wagers. All right. We got a couple games here, Steak. And what I'm going to do is, because I have to pee. Do you have to pee?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. We're going to do a group pee break for a second, and we will be right back. Here's the graphic, and then I'm going to play some music for you. Okay, everybody hang tight. Not that one. Not that one. Yep, there we go. Be right back. And just like that, I love when it works out perfectly to where whether we start or we come back from something, it's right when the song was going to end.
Yeah, it works out really well.
Yep. All right, Steak. Let's dive. Let's dig. Miami, 6:30. Miami of Ohio. We know about this Miami of Ohio team. Everybody should know about this Miami of Ohio team. Chat, are you familiar with this Miami of Ohio team?
Oh, they know. They know.
If your answer is no, and I mean, I don't even watch college basketball during the regular season, but if you don't know about Miami of Ohio, you got to get with the fucking program. They are 22-0 on the season, 8-0 on the road. Excuse me, 7-1 ATS on the road, 6-3-1 ATS in their last 10, 14-5-3. There it is. There it is. Line seems short. 22-1 after today. We got to stop.
I'm sure.
Guys, we got to stop.
You know what happened last time these teams played?
No, but I'm going to find out.
Overtime. 105-102.
So they played Buffalo on January 17th. 105, 102. Miami was 10.5-point favorites at home. And now they are on the road, and they are 5-point favorites in Buffalo. I know exactly what you're going to say. I do. I know that stupid grin on your face. I know that head nod. I know everything. But I like when you say it. I'm not going to steal your thunder. Tell me what Buffalo is today.
You like riding hot dudes? Bunch of hot dudes on Miami of Ohio. Bunch of hot dudes. Can't be stopped. I don't think this is a spot to stop them against a team that was 10.5-point dogs at Miami of Ohio last time they played and took them to overtime, 105, 102. I am here today at 11:28 in the morning on the Book It Twitch and YouTube to tell you that Buffalo is fake sharp. Fake sharp.
The crowd gasps.
We will be on Miami of Ohio.
Yep. Hold on. I need a gasp.
Yes, they have
heartbeat. Yeah. No.
Give me Miami of Ohio, man. Give me Miami of Ohio.
I will be taking Miami of Ohio with you, and it's just not what happened.
He said the name of the show.
Wait, what did he say?
The name of the show is Board Review.
The name of the show is the Board Review. That's right.
We're the fake sharps.
Yeah, we are the fake sharps. By the way, someone said back to Degen. No, I got to change my Twitter handle. Unfortunately, Jeff Sunday's taken. But we'll figure.
So you could do, but Steak Friend was taken, so that now I'm Steak Friend.
Yeah, Jeff with 3 F's. Yeah. You're right. I'll figure it out. No, but I'll probably change it. We came up with the fakest sharp, which might be funny. Maybe it's not. We'd prefer to have some feedback if you got any. Let me take you back. Let me change the overlay here. No producer, but thank you, Goots, for teaching us how to do this. These are the splits, ladies and gentlemen. And you're going to see here, you're going to say, oh, the Pickett Sharps, there's $23,000. That's not much in the grand scheme of things, but the bets and the money are on Miami of Ohio. And that might be the case. But maybe they're square. Maybe they're not. These types of plays hit all the time. We don't have a crystal ball. It could very well be Buffalo is a dog that barks today. We don't think so. This is kind of how we are adjusting and evolving and adapting a little bit. So I'm right there with you, Steak. Let's go ahead and take Miami of Ohio. All right. Akron Zips and the Eastern Michigan Eagles. Nothing here. Canisius, no. How about Ole Miss and Tennessee? Is that a good game worth talking? You tell me.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
We got 2 SEC showdowns here. We've got Tennessee at home, big faves, double digit, 11.5 on the green book. Fuck yeah, nailed that. Against the Ole Miss Rebels. I used to think they were the running Rebels, unless I'm thinking of something else. Maybe I'm thinking of no.
Nope, I think they were the running Rebels.
Yeah, you do think they were the running Rebels. Let's talk about this game, and then we'll talk about South Carolina in a second. Anything to be had here? Do we have ourselves a little North Carolina-Syracuse situation where I'm not saying that Tennessee is going to be up 32 and then shit their pants, but maybe the dog could be live here to cover that number? What do you think, Steak?
Tennessee sneakily playing their best basketball of the year, I feel like. I don't think this is Tennessee's best team. I was a Tennessee investor last year. Everyone told me Rick Barnes doesn't get past the Elite Eight. Everyone was right. So shout out to them. I don't think this is a good team at all, but you beat Texas A&M in overtime. I think that's the number 1 team in the SEC right now. You get housed by Kentucky early. You fight your way back into that game. Then you beat Alabama. You beat Georgia in overtime, and you beat Auburn in cover. And now they're at home. They're much better at home. I'm pretty sure they're like, if I'm not mistaken, 4-5 on the road and 11-1 at home or something like that. Much better team. Ole Miss stinks. And I don't really see any reason to try to get cute. I know Syracuse stinks as well. But do I think that Tennessee can afford too many more sleepy spots? Not really, not at 15-6. You're talking about the difference between playing good basketball for the rest of the year and ending up as like, I don't know, 4 seed, or playing bad basketball the rest of the year and ending up as like a 7 seed. And it's a huge difference. Ole Miss has lost 3 games in a row. I guess they were competitive at Vanderbilt, only lost by 3. Somewhat competitive again at Kentucky too. They covered that spread. But not a team I want to back. Honestly, it'd be Tennessee or nothing for me.
Well, I think it's a little interesting that Tennessee, they're not really doing that well covering spreads. They're not a very good ATS team. But at home, they are a little bit better. They're 7-5 ATS. However, you look at the last couple of games they've played. They had those 2 against Alabama, Georgia, where they were a small dog and a small favorite, and they covered, but the games were close. Then they were a 5.5-point favorite at home against Auburn, and they won by 8. I'm starting to think, even though that Tennessee's not a good ATS team, that maybe your average bettor would probably not be too reluctant to lay 10.5, 11.5 with Tennessee right now. Therefore, what's that?
I disagree a little bit.
Okay. I think Ole Miss is going to be a dog nobody wants to go near tonight.
The reason I disagree is because Ole Miss has just covered spreads against better SEC teams. Kentucky and Vanderbilt are better than Tennessee this year, and they've just covered spreads against them. So I can't fully agree with you. I don't think it's the worst take. I don't really love either side, but I think Ole Miss plus 12, I could see people getting there.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, it's a lot of respect for conference, but sometimes I don't know. Maybe you could tell me if I'm wrong here, but I don't think we have a lot of success with these double-digit favorites when we think it's a lot of respect by the books. The most recent example was Iowa against USC. And I think if you look at Ole Miss, this is an awful spot. 5 road games in there, 5 games on the road in their last 6. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Did anybody mention that? That's ridiculous. I don't know who let them do that, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you're right. They are keeping games close, and you could say, oh, you read the line, it's telling you the story. It tells you Tennessee blows them out. I'd probably just lean into Ole Miss, maybe keeping this one close. I don't know that I have.
One more thing I want to add is what
Sure.
Deej said in the chat. Remember Rick Barnes is the guy saying his players look like they were gambling.
Oh, fuck.
So maybe we have a new system here. If a coach says his team looks like they're gambling, we have to back that team the next game, right?
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Did he say that before or after the Auburn game?
Good question. I think it was right after.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was right after their most recent game.
Okay, because what I was going to say is maybe we take their team total over.
No.
And then I was going to say this is a really low total.
It is kind of a low total, yes.
39.5 is pretty low. Now, Ole Miss games have gone under. They've scored 68, 63, 66, 68. That's not good.
No.
It's not good. So, I don't know. Kind of with you on this. I would probably play Tennessee team total and get cute. All right, back to the board, but great point. Who said that again? Deej? Great job, Deej. Make sure we give credit when it's due for anybody that has good nuggets or good things to throw out. All right, how about South Carolina, the Gamecocks against Texas? These got to go 1-1 here. Texas 11.5-point favorites at home. Tennessee 11.5-point favorites at home. So if you're telling me you like Tennessee, I just because of the way I am, which is very stupid, I like South Carolina. You agree or disagree?
South Carolina have been getting absolutely smoked. So I guess if you want to get nasty, I kind of agree. They lost to Texas A&M by 23. They lost to the Florida Gators by 47 points. And then they lost in overtime at home against LSU, who's also very bad. I think just given past results, South Carolina feels a lot grosser to me than Ole Miss does. I'm sure some people in the chat would disagree, but pressing South Carolina after what they've been doing for the last week and a half, I'd say is a gross button to press.
All right. So you like South Carolina and Tennessee if you had to.
Yes, if I had to
follow my system, which there's no data on backing up if this is actually working or not. But okay, fair enough. Let's go to the next game here. We have Duke and Boston College. Snowman's probably going to be on Cam Boozer triple-double, Cam Boozer over points, and Duke first half if I had to guess. But as I am snarkily making these remarks and fucking with Snowman, I must also admit that he usually tends to win a lot of money on Duke. So anything here, Steak? Total 140. Boston College is a team. When I was growing up, Boston College had like respectable athletics. This team is just a total joke now. No disrespect to any Boston College alums if you're in the chat, but I'm just calling it like it is. 1-5 on the road, 3-3 ATS. Duke's 20-1. What do you think?
Well, I think people will press Duke at any number against Boston College with the way Duke's been playing. They were just 12.5-point favorites at Virginia Tech. They won by 14. They were 8.5-point favorites against Louisville. They won by 31, and they were 18.5-point favorites against Wake Forest. They win by 21, and they beat Stanford by 30 as 11.5-point favorites. So they're covering machines right now. I think, I don't think you could make this spread any bigger. It's about the fattest conference spread. Look at that. There's more bets on Pickett on Boston College. That's how fat they made the spread. Is they convinced people to take Boston College. There's nothing you could do. I mean, nothing to get me to take Boston College in this game. Absolutely nothing. I don't care if it's square, whatever you want to call it. For me, somebody in the chat said Duke first half. Totally fine with that. Or Duke full game. It would be Duke or nothing for me. Call me SpongeBob.
Okay. Why would I call you SpongeBob?
SquarePants, dude.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense. You never used that before. Did you just think of that, or did you see that somewhere?
I used it on Twitter, dude. I'm testing it out. Seeing it.
No, I like it. I'm not.
I used it for Lost, and then Beeb commented, "Nice bet, SpongeBob." So then I look stupid, but sometimes you look stupid.
Wait, so he created the SpongeBob, or you?
No, I said it, and then he said, "Nice bet, SpongeBob," because my bet lost. I bet Nebraska over Illinois.
But you said the SpongeBob comment first.
Yes. Please stop asking me that. I've already answered.
Why? You didn't tell me when you said it. You just said you bet Nebraska.
You think I should be texting and saying, "Hey, just giving you a heads up, I made a funny SpongeBob joke on Twitter"?
No, you don't need to do that. But now I'm asking, because you've said the funny SpongeBob joke. I'm just getting the details on. Did you originate this, or did you steal it from somebody?
I originated it.
That's very good.
Thank you, I will, for understanding. Holy shit.
Bro needs clarification 3 times. I didn't hear you say you said you were SpongeBob for betting Nebraska. You just said Beeve commented. Honestly, the Beeve comment is irrelevant to the story. I don't even need that fucking part.
It wasn't irrelevant if you were actually listening to the story. Steak did bet Nebraska, yes.
It's Steak bet Nebraska. I might be losing my fucking hearing. Give me a break. Also, I'm trying to pay attention to the fucking screen I'm sharing and all kinds of shit. This new mainframe is all different. I'm at a new control panel over here. I'm a little frazzled. I just needed clarification 3 times. Thank you very much.
Fine. Next game.
I gotta tell you, anytime I see the Xavier Musketeers on my screen, I immediately lose interest. Like these Big East basketball teams that I used to like. They used to be dogs, the Butlers, the Villanovas, the Xaviers, the Georgetowns, the Seton Halls. I mean, am I right or am I wrong? I haven't really been following college basketball.
Awful.
Yeah, they all suck now.
But the Big East is awful this year.
So, I just want to spite fade Xavier. 12-10, 1-5 on the road. UConn 17.5-point favorites. I mean, this is this number where when I keep seeing it, this is always how I like to gamble. We saw it with Colorado and Iowa State. And Iowa State went out to a 30-4 lead. That's kind of the vibes it gives me, and that's what I would lean into. I would say UConn just by murder,
Yeah, well, let me just tell you, it's kind of funny how this is working out for this game, because UConn has been horrible at covering big spreads up until, and I don't even think you can call Creighton a big spread. So there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double-digit spreads for UConn. They didn't cover any of them, and then they were at 6.5. Sorry, they were at Creighton minus 6.5. They won that game by 27 points, ironically, one of their shortest spreads in the entire month of January. The last time they covered a big spread, who did they play? At Xavier. They won 90-67. That was the last time they covered a big spread. Sounds crazy to come up here and pitch to you to take Duke and UConn. It's what I'm leaning towards. I would almost take UConn by murder in this game. Xavier's really bad. 17.5 is the biggest spread they've had, with the exception of being at home against DePaul. DePaul is actually worse than Xavier, I feel like. And then they were also 17.5 against Marquette, who's awful. I mean, the Big East, what happened to Marquette? You want to talk about a sad program and a sad state of affairs? Marquette? Holy hell. I'm not that upset about missing the Big East tournament for the first time in I think we went 3 or 4 years in a row. But yeah, UConn or nothing. Sorry.
So you're saying sorry because you're SpongeBobbing this entire board review so far. You like Tennessee, you like UConn, you like Duke.
Yeah, I like the big favorites. It's probably going to end really horribly for me.
That's okay. I'm kind of with it. You did have Kansas yesterday. If today is a big favorite day, it's a big favorite day. I'm not going to play all these, but I out of all of them so far, I like UConn probably the most.
Okay.
I think I might get.
that.
I might get cute with I might get cute with the Tennessee team total and not listen to you.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Yeah, don't listen to me.
Yeah.
I'm not a CDB sharp by any means.
Bradley, Valparaiso. Anything
I'm going to
here?
pass. Let's go to
Okay.
St. John and DePaul just because we're running out of time. And I think
Okay.
we want
Okay.
to talk about hockey, right?
Yep. Good call. Yeah. You're. By the way, this is where you thrive when you know what game to go to and skip and where the time is. You're doing a good job of that. So keep it up. You're like the center looking at the play clock, and I'm like the quarterback trying to get the play, and it's running down. There's less than 5 seconds, and I got like people running in motion, and you like put your head under your legs, and you're like, we gotta go, and I'm like, all right, fucking just snap it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if there's two things chat should know about us, we ride hot dudes and we're always watching the play cock. Basically, you're saying I'm Jeff Saturday. Jeff Saturday was a center, right?
It's embarrassing you just had to ask that question.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was a fucking
but I got it. I knew he was. I was just
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. God damn it. Okay, there we go. St. John's, the Red Storm against the DePaul Blue Demons.
Yeah.
If you're just looking at the names of these teams, not the schools, but the names, you would think like, oh shit, I'm about to go to the biggest Comic-Con fucking cosplay event, and this is gonna rock. Like, this is DC Comics, Marvel, Avengers. Like, bring out the nerds, bring out the toys, bring out all that shit. Wear your Crocs, hit your Benjamins and all that good stuff. This is another situation to where when I see DePaul, I just want to fade the absolute fuck out of them.
Yeah.
Try to say fuck last.
Weird. They're an interesting team. They're 10-3 at home, which I never would have guessed ever. And they're 7-3 against the spread in their last 10. St. John's is 5-0 on the road and 4-1 against the spread on the road. So this is actually a kind of weird game that I didn't think I would give one shit about. Now I'm kind of intrigued.
You think the line's short? People are saying sleepy spot.
I kind of think the line's short. I do.
St. John's is 5-0 on the road, 4-1 ATS on the road. They're not a great covering team. They're 16-5 straight up, but they're 10-11 ATS. So they're not really treating bettors all that well. DePaul is 10-3 at home and 8-5 ATS at home. I think this is a lot of respect for St. John's. I do not think this line is short. I think you're smoking something.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You are chopped out of your mind.
Didn't someone say St. John's plays UConn next?
Oh, now you want to tell me that. They do. I mean, you got 3 days off.
What was the last look ahead we talked about when we asked if we cared about look aheads? Was it UNC? It was UNC. UNC plays Duke next week, right? Or this weekend.
Yeah.
So there's your look ahead, and Syracuse covered. Not that they should have, but they did.
Yeah.
Right. I dubbed this a sleepy spot for the Johnnies.
Okay. I'm all right with that. Don't love it. But this is where I just talked to you about, like, oh, I don't want to necessarily read the line. You know what I mean? But this is what I'm doing. Like, I'm like, that to me is, I think that's respect. You think that's short? I don't know.
Yeah. I'm good on not saying short, but I still think it's a sleepy spot.
Okay. Bradley Braves. We already talked about that. Indiana State Sycamores against Evansville Purple Aces.
Let's go to Pitt UVA.
All right, thank you. By the way, this is fun seeing what all these schools are named. I had no idea that Evansville was called the Purple Aces. Lindenwood Lions.
Indiana State's called?
Yeah, I just went over it, but I knew they were the Sycamores.
You knew, yeah.
Yeah. Indiana State was a wagon last year, weren't they?
I think that was 2 years ago that they had. No, that's a different school.
I love the Billikens. Oh, fuck Davidson. I'm so done with that. I kind of want to fade Davidson. I fucking hate that stupid school. Can't believe I bet on them last time. They were 7.5 and they lost by 8. Fuckers. Where are we going? I'm sorry.
Virginia Pitt.
Okay, here we are. Another big favorite. I don't know. Is there not another better game to talk about?
I just want to say one quick thing about Virginia because I really like them. Right around when they started getting respect, they stopped covering spreads. They were 6.5-point favorites against UNC, which I think everybody thought was a very big number. They lost outright. Then they went to play at Notre Dame, 9.5-point favorites. That game went to overtime. They only won by 3, and they were 13.5-point favorites against the dog shit Boston College team, and they didn't cover that spread either. Now they're a huge favorite again against a Pitt team who, if I recall correctly, just got absolutely demolished by someone. Never mind. They lost to Clemson by 11. I thought it was worse, and they beat Wake Forest.
1-5 on the road, 2-4 ATS on the road. But okay, where are you going? Which way are you leaning with this?
I like a lot of the favorites today. I think it might be favorite day.
All right. Well, Virginia went from covering 5 in a row to now they have not covered 3 in a row. You're right. Wow. Here's the one thing to consider, Steak. The last home game Virginia played, they were 6.5-point favorites to UNC, and they lost outright.
Yeah, I know. I think I like them by a lot.
Do you think you like Virginia?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is either going to go super well or horribly. I think with all these favorites, you should make this a day. You should make this Steak's big favorite day. Steak does big favorites, and you should just bet like 5 of these fuckers.
Okay.
Or parlay them all.
Okay.
Do you think if you parlayed every one of them money line, do you think that would be even money?
Oh, all the big favorites money line, a big old
UConn, Tennessee. What do they call that?
Greaser?
Yeah.
Bozole?
Yeah. I don't really even know what a greaser is. I like it.
I think they're similar.
When I think here greaser, I just think of the movie. Wait, is it Grease or is it The Outsiders?
Dude, I should do Steaks Fugazi and not clear it with Trent. Just fucking post it.
Oh, like just steal his
thing. Maybe I could get the graphics person to make me like the exact same graphic.
That's actually not a bad idea. Yeah. And then it's you taking a chop and call him a quitter.
I'm not opposed to taking a chop. I want to be very clear.
You would do it?
Absolutely.
When's the last time you've taken a chop?
I've never had tobacco in my bong ever in my life. But last time I ripped the bong, it's been like, I don't know, 5 years.
But wait a minute. You said you
spliffs. That's when you have rolling tobacco and marijuana mixed in a little rolling paper.
Okay. So it's essentially the same thing. You're just not smoking it out of a bong. You're smoking it out of a.
Correct. And it's like what he described with the head rush. Spliff is relaxing. Very, very relaxing.
I like that. Should I spliff?
I would love to have a spliff with you.
I'll spliff with you.
Yeah.
But you got to set it up.
I'll spliff with you too.
I can't roll a spliff.
Yeah. All right. SMU, NC State, pretty interesting game, man. Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's do it. 11:50. Hold on, I'm trying to find. Oh my gosh, do you know what LaSalle is?
What they're called?
Yeah.
No,
don't cheat. Don't look at the chat. Don't look at the chat.
LaSalle Owls.
No, it's not an owl.
Give me a clue.
Okay, it's a It's the make of a very popular SUV.
Explorer.
Wow! I mean,
that was my first ever car.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Explorer.
Yeah, the LaSalle Explorers. That's hilarious. I don't say this very often, but that's cute.
Yeah, that's cat.
Yeah. The LaSalle Explorers. All right. You said there was an interesting game to talk about. What was it?
NC State SMU.
All right, hold on. I'm going. Give me a fucking break.
I didn't say anything.
I know. I'm just sure the chat is on my ass about getting to this game.
No, I don't really think they are.
All right,
maybe they're letting us ease in for our first week.
No, I appreciate that, everybody. That's very nice of you. No, they've been great though. I've enjoyed being on the Book It channel so far. It's a nice blend. A couple of new names and faces and whatnot. A lot of familiar ones, which we appreciate. I saw somebody, Tom and Marty. This guy's very funny. He's on. He's more like tapped into golf Twitter, but he was like, "Do I need to subscribe to a new YouTube channel?" He's kind of an old head like myself, but I'll get him there. Oh, we got BK coming on tomorrow. I got to make sure Book It's okay with that. But you can run it from the rip if you want to. That can be like your new thing. You don't have to like come in later or anything if you don't want.
I like giving you and BK your alone time.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take a little bit of it.
The NC State SMU game is interesting. NC State won 4 games in a row. Not the stiffest competition, but they got to win at Clemson on there.
Hold
on. SMU coming off a loss where they were competitive with Louisville in the first half and just blew it.
We'll set the stage for a minute. NC State
I'm literally doing that.
Okay. NC State 2-point favorites on the road. Splits are pretty down the middle. A lot of bets and money on this under, but there's only $20,000 wagered on that. Let's look here. So NC State is actually like a pretty decent ACC basketball team.
Yeah, so is SMU.
Oh, that's right. They're in the
SMU's 12-1 at home. NC State's 5-1 on the road. NC State 8-2 in their last 10 and 7-3 against the spread. NC State's playing better basketball at the moment, but for me, I almost like SMU more. But is that a lot of respect for NC State to be -2.5 on the road?
Well, that's what I was going to tell you. If you just look at what these teams are doing, and you were to say, hey, an NC State team that's 5-1 on the road, 8-2 in their last 10. 13-9 ATS is 2.5-point favorites against a conference opponent. It doesn't sound that crazy. The only thing that makes it crazy is that SMU is 12-1 at home. This is a place they don't lose basketball games, and they're underdogs. And you're saying that they're going to lose. You're saying they're going to lose their second game if you're betting against them.
Yeah,
because it's not like you're getting them with 6.
I feel I sound like such a square on here. I kind of like SMU. Like I kind of like.
Well. Now this isn't a fake sharp spot, but this could be a contrarian trap. If you think, because you have to remember what you just said, you might think you're taking the contrarian spot, but then you have to realize, damn, that's a lot of respect for NC State to be favored on the road. So do you think the line is telling you the story?
Well, I think there's one interesting thing to mention. SMU is a good home team. We nailed that, obviously. Yeah. But last home game at FSU, they're 11-point favorites. They won by 3. Game before that, they lost. They were actually in this very similar spot. They were 1.5-point dogs at home against Virginia, and Virginia beat them. And then the game before that was the miracle shot where Krabs and Jovan were at the game against Virginia Tech, where they hit the miracle shot. And they were 8.5-point favorites in that game. They needed a miracle to win it. So they haven't been dominant at home. I want to be clear about that. They did beat UNC at home. That was like their biggest home win. Kind of like SMU, man. Kind of like SMU.
I don't know if I agree with you on this one, but I'm gonna let you go your own way. I don't know if I like it. What did NC State do in their last road game? I'll pull it up. I got it up right now. Last road game, they were at Wake. Oh boy. At Wake, 4.5-point favorites, and they won by 18.
Yeah, 4.5-point. Oh, no, that was 4.5-point favorites against Wake and 2.5-point favorites against SMU does not add up to me.
No, I know. Now I'm with you. You just won as 4.5-point favorites by 18, and now you're 2.5. But what was Wake for? What is Wake Forest?
Wake Forest isn't good. SMU is good.
So they should have been bigger favorites.
Yeah, that's the thing. They should have been bigger favorites, or they should not be favorites here.
Yeah. I'm not with you.
You're not with me. No, you like NC State.
Yeah. Okay.
But we'll move on.
Yeah, last one. We'll do hockey very, very quickly. Not that we want to disrespect the board by any means, because we're kind of in our hockey bag, especially.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Should we get right into it right now and run?
Why don't you just tell me quickly, because Snowman's here, and out of respect for Snowman, he wants to talk about Indiana real quick. Let's pull up the picket splits. Indiana on the road against USC, a very, very long time, prestigious, historic Big Ten rivalry. I'm just kidding. This is so stupid. It looks like the Pickett Sharps have no problem laying it with Indiana right now. So I'll pull it up, and why don't you start to tell me what you think about this game, Steak? But most of the bets in the money are on USC here to win, either on the money line or just laying it with the spread because it's a 1-point spread. What do you think?
Most of the bets are on USC?
No, Indiana.
Okay.
You see it, right?
Yeah, now I do. I was confused because you said USC, and I was wondering if I got my colors.
My bad.
I hit Indiana. It went into like 3 overtimes or something. It was absolutely brutal that it even went into that many overtimes against UCLA. And now I kind of feel like they'll look like an easy button to press because I assume there's no travel, right? If you play at UCLA and then 3 days later you play at USC, you stay there.
Yeah.
Give me USC in this game.
Give you USC in this game. Okay, nice and easy. Just a super, super quick recap for
hockey.
Okay. We'll tweet our plays later. Kind of like not how BTL does a sharp report, but I do like that they do that we should probably get something together with our plays, our leans, what we like, shit like that. So we'll talk to Goots. All right. Let's look at hockey real quick. We have 2, 4, 6, 7 games here. First one up, Devils. Basically
60 seconds each. Can you do that? 60 seconds each.
I sure fucking can. You ready for this?
Yep.
All right. Hold on. At least let me go to pick it real quick. Okay. Where is it?
And that's 60 seconds.
All right, hold on. I'll be quick. Jersey, pick 'em against Columbus. 9-1 in their last 10. This to me is Devils or nothing. It just has to be. Devils or nothing. It has to be. They're 13, 10-2 at home. They're not great at home. Columbus is a 500 team on the road. The last 2 games the Devils have played, they beat Nashville in overtime. They lost to Winnipeg 4-3, but it was tight. They lost to Carolina 4-1. They beat Seattle 3-2 in overtime. I think they are capable of beating the Columbus Blue Jackets, despite them being cracked out right now. Next game, ready?
Wait, I got to say, I agree. Devils are nothing. 7-18 against the spread for the Devils at home. 18-10 against the spread for the Blue Jackets on the road. Devils look like a nasty click. Go.
You want to try to talk hockey lingo? Say the puck line.
Puck line, yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. You're doing great. All right, here's a tough one. Carolina at home against the Senators, -170. Man, this -170 line to me is just, I can never figure it out. It's that number where you don't want to necessarily play it as a straight bet, so you put it as a parlay piece, or you dodge the juice, then you take up the puck line -1.5, and then you get fucked because they win 3-2 in overtime. So it has to be Ottawa straight, or you're parlaying Carolina. I would take a shot on Ottawa straight. However, as I say that, it is kind of a hard time to press Ottawa because they've won 4 in a row. And
you like riding hot. You like riding hot, dudes.
Yeah.
They have wins against Colorado and at Pittsburgh in there. I feel like,
and the Knights,
7 goals against the Kings. They are definitely, Senators have got to be playing their best hockey right now.
So this is how you bet hockey. Now that you're right, this is how you think about it. You kind of just stick to what works, and the Senators are riding high, so it's the Senators or nothing.
Okay,
little value. Actually, now that I think about it, my model is showing value on the Senators.
I have a question about this next game, so I'll go first, okay? Am I going to be that idiot who keeps trying to bet the Philadelphia Flyers when they stink? Because this looks weird to me that they're favored. It almost looks Capitals-ish from yesterday. Like, why are the Flyers -126 here? Am I crazy?
No, you're not crazy. It almost kind of feels like the spot we just took, the Capitals. The Capitals are -126. Felt like a lot of respect against an Islanders team. However, there is a reason. The Capitals are on a back-to-back.
Got it. Okay.
So Flyers favorite. They're 2-6-2 in their last 10. It certainly sticks out as a contrarian. Feels like the wrong team is favored. That does make a little bit more sense. Personally, Steak, I got no issue betting on the Flyers. I hate fading the Capitals. They're just a team that fucks me. So they came through yesterday. I'm not gonna get involved in this game. But you like the Flyers, yay or nay?
Flyers are nothing for me. They might make my card, but if I lose this one on the Flyers, I think I'll retire from Flyer betting.
Okay. Buffalo Sabres on a back-to-back, and they're playing the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa Bay Lightning coming off of the Stadium Series. Very big win in that game. Big comeback, 5-1, 6-5. I mean, look, I'm not going to be the guy that goes up and fades Buffalo Sabres. I'm just not. I thought last night was the spot. So the only reason I would is because it felt like last night was the spot, taking the Cats, buying low on the Cats, and the Sabres win 5-3. Now would probably be the time the Sabres, maybe they take a day off. They went out and partied, had themselves a good time in Sunrise, Florida. What are you pointing at me about?
Nasty under?
Yeah, you're right. Look at you. You're good at this. It is a nasty under.
I'm the sharpest 500 hockey better out there, dude.
You're fucking good at this. You did this yesterday, and you're right. This is a fucking nasty under. Lightning played a game with 11 goals. Sabres played a game with 8 goals. Offenses are high powered. Yep. Okay. Let's do it. 3 more games.
Is there a goalie fight system?
Oh, it might be even nastier because the Sabres backup goalie is going to be in. Might be in.
Oh, I don't care either way. The under, that's our play.
Yeah. Break coming for the NHL too. Unbelievable. Don't even get me started on this stupid shit.
3 games left. You're absolutely rolling. Keep going.
Islanders minus 104 at home against the Penguins. Islanders 15-10-2 at home straight, but the Penguins are a very good road team. 15-7-4. You take that any day of the week. 7-1-2 in their last 10. I've said this. I'll keep saying it. The Islanders and the Capitals are teams that I cannot get on the right side of. You might think this is a lot of respect for the Islanders, basically being a pick'em against a Pittsburgh Penguin team who's playing a lot, but the Islanders get respect at home.
Yeah.
Stay away.
Islanders are nothing for me, but probably stay away.
Islanders are nothing, or maybe a nasty over. If Sorokin is in, and this
both on back-to-backs in the NBA, when they're both on back-to-backs, I like the over. We do that in hockey?
Yeah, let's try it. Yep. Edmonton minus 180 against Toronto. What did I tell you about the Jets yesterday against the Stars? The Jets were a nasty plate. They did not win. I think the Leafs, believe it or not, because they are on a back-to-back against Edmonton, nobody's going to be pressing the Leafs with a plus price. I truly do not think that. So I think they are kind of contrarian. I think one of the Hurricanes or the Oilers will lose today. Last game, Seattle Kraken, short dogs, plus 120 in Anaheim. Anaheim has been awesome, 8-2 in their last 10, minus 135. This game kind of reminds me of like the Canadiens and the Wild last night. This could be a fun hockey game where it goes over, square over, and the favorite ends up squeaking it out. That's what I think.
Okay. I don't think I got anything in that game that's sticking out to me.
Okay. All right. It's 12:04. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you hanging out. This is our second show on the Book It Sports Twitch and YouTube page. If you're watching on our Twitters, that's great. We can't see your comments. Please come over into the Twitch and YouTube if you want to hang out. But if you don't,
I saw a few Twitter comments today.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Someone did something.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Regardless, though, appreciate you guys. Had a great time. Thank you to Trent for coming on and hanging out for a little bit, chopping it up.
Say something else. We can't leave them all with that.
Okay. Let's talk about the Epstein files. Just kidding. Have a great day. Good luck on all your wagers. Hope you win more than you lose. BTL at 12:30. We will check you guys tomorrow. Same spot.
Goodbye.
Peace.